what's going on? I'm Ryan, the Real Deal Forward. I'm here to prepare for my fight at the Aggression Kamikaze MMA gym. You know, staying G'd up. My opponent, March 11th, to get beat up.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm getting ready for my fight right now. I don't know who my opponent is yet, but whoever it is, I'm going to be ready. You know, normally doing, you know, all the same routines. You know, my strength and conditioning. Down at the U of A, actually doing a lot of sprint and track work now to get ready for this fight, for the conditioning to be up. I'm working a lot of Muay Thai with Wukai Maramo.
So you're working with
And you know, I've got Paulo here, black belt under Cyborg. You know, I've been training lots with him every day. I've been getting to roll with him. And you know, I feel my jiu-jitsu game is, you know, within the last 3 weeks, you know, it's stepped up a whole another notch. So, you know, I'm comfortable wherever the fight goes, whether it be standing or hitting the ground.
What do you think of the atmosphere here now?
Yeah, you know, Moen and Harvey and Troy, you know, they're good guys. I met them about a little over a year and a half ago, and they always said, you know, they were going to have me. And, you know, here it is, 2011. I'm with Aggression. I'm going to make sure that the atmosphere is wild, and I'm going to put on a show come March 11th.
Okay, MMA is fast growing in Canada. Edmonton is said to be a big part in that, to have a big part in that. What do you think about our scene in Edmonton?
Yeah, you know, the MMA scene in Edmonton, if you look, there's 5, 6 different organizations here in the city, and you know, there's lots of fighters. You know, there's lots of fighters, but I don't think a lot of the fighters, you know, are training the way that, you know, to become to that next level. You know, I tried to set up a training camp here, and you know, there's so many fighters here in Edmonton. Well, I say so-called fighters because, you know, I feel that, you know, I'm not the best, but, you know, I believe that, you know, I'm one of the top guys here in Edmonton, and, you know, I like to train with all the guys, you know, don't matter what skill level they're at, you know, you can always benefit from, you know, somebody who's not as good as you, because you never know what they're going to bring to the table. Then train with guys who are better than you know, and you just get better.
So you would agree, Shane Campbell has, I'm actually quoting him, Edmonton is oversaturated with such not such good fighters. So would you kind of agree with that, or?
Yeah, I wouldn't say not such good fighters. I would say guys who don't want to train to become good fighters. You know, a lot of guys here in Edmonton think they can just show up to the gym for an hour and train, and that makes them a fighter, right? You know, I train Monday to Saturday, you know, in the morning, 2.5 hours, back again in the evening, you know, for another 2.5 hours. You know, this is a full-time job for me. You know, I think, you know, you got to be in the gym to become better. If you think showing up to the gym for an hour is going to make you a better fighter, look where you're at now.
What are your thoughts on females in MMA?
Hey, I train with Sarah Kaufman at Zuma. You know, hey, if a girl wants to fight, you know, they're dedicated in the gym. They can knock people out just as easy as guys can. You know, you've seen it. Sarah's not her last fight, but her fight before that, you know, Roxanne put her in an armbar, Sarah picked her up, slammed her, knocked her out. So, you know, it is what it is, man. Girls want to fight, they train, they fight.
Okay, you've been compared to Quentin Rampage. Is he a favorite of yours, or?
Yeah, man, I like Rampage. You know, being compared to him, you know, I'm not up to that caliber yet, but you know, yeah, you know, Rampage is one of my favorite fighters. You know, he comes in to fight. You know, he ain't scared of nobody. Just like me, you know, I don't back down from any fights. You know, it's not my job to pick my fights. Whoever I fight for, they're the ones that pick the opponent, and I'm just there to put them away.
Is this something you can see yourself doing when you're older, or are you just going to do it for the next?
Well, I'm older. I don't know. I'm 28 years old. I don't know. I think I'm still young, but I think I got another 10 years. You know, I'm in this is what I do for a living, so, you know, as long as I keep up the work in the gym, I believe I can make it as far as I want.
So if you're not competing, do you think that you would be teaching, or?
Oh yeah, for sure. That's what I like doing, you know, on my off time. You know, I like getting guys who just want to start to fight, you know, showing them, you know, this is what you got to do to become, you know, one of my good buddies, Scott Payne, he never had no fighting experience at all, and you know, he came out here and he's been with me ever since.
So you said you'll fight whoever the promotion picks for you. Is there anyone that you hope they pick for you?
I want a guy with a decent record, you know, somebody that's going to come to fight. You know, I don't really call out guys. I'm not, I don't really, whoever's at 170 pounds, you know, that's who I'm ready to fight, you know. Promotion they want to bring in, you know, like whoever, I'm there to fight them, right? You know, I'm not going to back down from anybody. So, nobody that I want to fight. I want to fight anybody who's at 170 pounds who wants to fight me. So, if you sign the contract, I guess you're the guy I'm fighting.
Now, as you know, there's lots of haters in every MMA scene. What are your thoughts on fans and over fighters of lower caliber who believe that you're being carried through the scene based on your popularity and not your fighting skills?
Hey man, you know, haters, man. I work hard every day in the gym, you know, just to, you know, those haters make me work even harder because of my popularity. Well, you know, I've grown up here in Edmonton, man, and, you know, I believe that, you know, everybody likes me, and it is what it is. If you're hating on me, man, make sure you pay for the next ticket, you know. Yeah, you know, it's, you know, people are going to love you, people are going to hate you. For everybody that hates me, you know, I've got another two that love me, so.
Yeah, well, you're pretty grounded. I think that's a big misconception about you, is that you're, for lack of a better word, cocky or whatever, but I don't know. Aside from that, do you think there's any other misconceptions about you that you want to?
No, man, if somebody has, you know, somebody wants to say something to me, come talk to me. You know, I get along with everybody. You know, in this sport, you got to have ego, you got to be cocky, you know, compared to who you're fighting. That's just the way it is. You know, you can come into the gym and be the best fighter. You know, I'll still be here with you. I'll train with you. You can be the shittiest fighter. I'll still train with you, and, you know, I'll try to make you better. If I see something that you can work on, I'll let you know. The thing about people with me is, they don't like about me is, I'm straight up. I'm real.
Yeah.
You know, I'll tell you how it is, and, you know, that's what some people don't like, right? If I tell you, hey, you got a shitty jab, I'm going to tell you straight up, you got a shitty jab. If I tell you you ain't got no wrestling, I'm going to tell you you ain't got no wrestling. That's what I think, right? You can either take it and, you know, or bye.
Yeah,
get help the gym.
So you're okay then if someone were to come and give you, like, you're open to criticism and learning new stuff?
Yeah, man.
So,
yeah, I believe if you want to become, you know, one of the best fighters in the world, you got to be a sponge, you know. Soak up everything you can get. I've trained with a lot of different people, and, you know, I take things from every different person. If you're going to be, you know, if you think that you're the best at everything, well, you ain't going to get far in the sport.
Alright, what's your favorite finishing move, or perfect one? If you haven't done it already, what's one that you totally want to finish the guy?
I like knocking people out, but, you know, I'm starting to get the hang of this jiu-jitsu, so, you know, choke them out, submit them, you know. I like to knock people out, really. If that's really the case, I want to knock them out, ground pound them. Pretty much, you know, I don't get paid by the hour, so I don't want to be there, you know, longer than I have to be.
Right. Okay, so if you could KO anyone, dead or alive, who would it be?
KO anyone, dead or alive?
Fight anybody, bring him into the cage, or...
Who would it be? Mark Pavlich.
Well, that's controversial there, but anyways, we'll go with that. That's a call-out, Mark.
He blocked us before. I didn't even hit him. I hit him with my head, and he almost got knocked out.
Right. Well, yeah. Last one. I just want to know, how do you feel about cage versus ring?
My honest opinion, I like the cage better. I feel that in the ropes, you know, there's a lot of stopping, bringing the fight back to the middle, where you step in that cage, they lock the door, the fight don't finish until you finish the fight or you're finished. That's one thing I like. The ring, I've been caught in, you know, some controversy and stuff, you know, getting tied up in the ropes, and, you know, people say, oh, you're trying to escape from the ropes. Well, if you've never been in a fight, you're trying to get up and trying to work, you know, you have a ref telling you work away from the ropes. Listen, buddy, I'm not going to try to work away from the ropes and get punched and get submitted. You know? So, cage, it's my game.
On your takedowns against the cage?
Oh, yeah, takedowns, put them up against the cage, ground pound, and they ain't getting nowhere.
Awesome. Alright, well, look forward to the fight, March 11th, opponent to be announced.